Zyron had a secret as to why he was the best weatherman in the city of Zenith. Many assumed he earned the title due to his looks and charismatic personality. He stood out compared to the average holographic presence, his features were darker, his smile brightened the screen, and his wavy hair accentuated his beauty. He looked like a man who had everything under control. On top of his charm, Zyron had a knack for predicting the most accurate forecasts outside of his scripted lines. Perhaps Suburb A should wear a light coat, and Suburb B, hold on tight to your umbrellas this afternoon. His words rang true a few hours later. There had been another instance where he suggested all Zenithians should stay indoors tomorrow, you never know how icy it's going to get. And it hailed throughout the city the very next day. His admirers started calling him Zyron the Psychic, whilst the one Zyron admired once called him a hoax. Samira was a renowned fact-checker and historian. She had her own office in the news department to analyze and confirm data, but Zyron's unreasonable accuracies had been a tough situation for her to dissect. Eventually, he started meeting up with her, proving his innocence, and they gradually fell in love. She particularly enjoyed spending hours discussing historical myths and deities associated with the weather. Samira thought that their relationship would blossom into something more, but she found herself standing in front of him in the broadcast studio with folded arms. "Ah, my silver lining," he called her. "Why are you looking so under the weather?" The only lining that stood out to him then was her thin and unimpressed lips. The hosting desk beside them was being cleaned by manufactured maids, and the media crew was preparing their news simulations for the next program. The headlines on the screens read, "Breaking news, rising wars between East and West. Otherland terrorists provoke Zenithian soldiers." Zyron had been invested in these narratives until her icy stare and leather skirt halted him. Samina inquired, "Are you coming by later? You didn't read my comms." Zyron paused for a moment. He checked his comm notifications through his watch, the holostrap, more than 1,000 unread messages. Samira rolled her eyes as he scrolled his finger in the air. "Oh, you asked yesterday if we're meeting today," Zyron chuckled nervously. "Listen, I know I said we'd meet again, but we almost got caught the last time." They had been seen by a colleague at a drone festival, his agents had encouraged him to refrain from meetups. Zyron's charm turned out to be popular amongst female audiences, who increased 10% in news-related viewership once his stardom became known. They would be disappointed to hear that he was not an available fantasy for fans anymore. "I get it. You're ashamed to be seen with your fiancé." He glanced at the silver band ruby on her finger. There was a Greek myth that lovers threw apples at women as a marriage propo.